Hey, it's Coolio if you don't know, and it is time for some more of the long run where we are playing through the Tales of the Labyrinth series. Also, if you show me your I voted sticker, I will give you head pats today. I don't know how I'll give you head pats, but we'll figure it out. If you don't want them, then that's also entirely fine. We're still gonna play video games. Yeah. I was gonna call that YR. Oh, right, I switched this to use the system file thing. So yeah, there is a Yuurand module within Yuurand, but then there's also this, and this one, if I recall, is far more elaborate than the Yuurand mode in Yuurand. So we're gonna do this right now. Let's get started. Yuurand, Tales of the Labyrinth, which is also where I got the Tales of the Labyrinth name for the series. So yeah, we have 4 options here. We can start a run, visit the house, view achievements, or enter passwords. I have no passwords. You can take a look at the achievement screen real quick. Is it all 16 challenge dungeons? Clear the Riviera story, clear the Yuurand Labyrinth, and beat all main bosses in under 2 hours. I'm sure... Yeah, this is kind of a progressive game. Like, where in the other games, like, there was a definitive story progression, and once you're done with the story, you're done with the game. In this one, it's different. What happens if I, Oh, that's a long password. Use these passwords if a future Yuurand update breaks save files or you need to update ZQuest Classic. Okay, so this password is not required to just have. This is required if you need to, like, port your game to another computer, or if you need to update ZQuest or update Yuurand or whatever it is. Whatever you need to do. So let's go visit the house. I don't know what this means. Who am I? Oh, hi! I've never seen you before. Want to be friends? I barely know you, but sure, I guess. You won't regret it. I feel like we're closer already. I'm guessing this house belongs to you. I can see you're skeptical, but that's the funny thing about the Labyrinth. It can pull stuff from your head and make it real, even without you knowing about it. But the Labyrinth must especially like you, because this place has got some really neat stuff. Like, you can change your clothes and appearance in the bedroom, or you can change the look of the whole house from the shop. Because there's a shop here for some reason. I'm not the only one to find my way here either. I bet a lot of people will pass through here who are worth talking to. But if you have a big conversation with them, they probably won't have much else to say unless you wait a little while. If you spend a bunch of time beating a master out, maybe don't use those words, in the Labyrinth proper, I'm sure people will show up, and others might have something new to say. They might even have some requests for you. I find that doing favors for people is a great way to get them to open up to you more, and they might even have some, give you some rewards like clothes or house decorations too. Huh. Well, that's an awful lot of me guessing about stuff, isn't it? I guess I have no real way of knowing all this for sure, it's just a feeling. The bottom line is that talking with people and making friends is fun and might even get you some cool stuff. Just don't expect to talk forever without taking care of some business out in the Labyrinth once in a while. Anyway, I'm gonna go look for my brothers and Naya. They're bound to show up here sooner or later, so I'll see you around. Okay. Sometimes I don't get how people can be so complacent, satisfied sitting at home not doing anything notable with their life. How do they cope? And you are hitting close to home there, bud. Society wouldn't work if everyone wanted to run around on adventures. Maybe not, but I still don't get how people are happy with it. Ever since I was a kid, I've felt restless. Home is nice, sure, but there's a whole world out there. I'd never be satisfied with my deathbed knowing I only got to see a tiny portion of it. The city I grew up in had a tower we were never supposed to climb. I was always dying to climb it. When my grandmother kicked the bucket, I decided I couldn't wait anymore. Broke into the mayor's office and stole the key, and boy am I glad I did. Did you consider there might be a good reason it was locked? I did, and I decided I want to know that reason very badly. I get that big adventures and stuff aren't for everyone, but I'd go mad without something to explore or some goal to motivate me. You have a sword this time? Well, presumably. I can't use it inside the house, but, oh. Exclamation mark. The universal symbol for I have a quest. Got a minute? I need some directions. I heard this place is full of floating fortresses and ancient steel towers climbing to the sky. Through a weird series of events, I picked up a taste for climbing those. Someone told me there was 5 total in the Labyrinth. If you run into any of them, give me a call. I want to climb them all. Call me by pressing EX3. As long as you're not swimming, there's no enemies around, and you don't have another player with you. Interesting. I find you uncommonly hard to read. Let me be direct then. What do you look for in a woman? She has to have a great personality. I think you'll discover that appearance matters a great deal more than you give it credit for. I suspect you know something of my true nature, what with other Yuurand in this place, and those other ridiculous doppels imitating me at the Labyrinth proper. You may think it best to resist me, to be on guard against my charms, so you don't become my next victim. But that's no fun, is it? Think of all I could offer you. If you would only open your heart to me, we could have a relationship that's mutually beneficial. What do you say? Price you ask for is awfully steep. Oh, I assure you, I am worth it. There's almost never been a time when I have failed to get what I desire. My gorgeous aura of beauty will draw you in. It is just a matter of time. The beauty of having such an alluring appearance is that I can lure men into dropping their guard, then strike before they realize. If I had a reason, I could sever your head from your neck before you finished blinking. Okay. Of course, such a skill only works if you're fast as well as beautiful. Some practice might do you good. Tear into the master at the end of your run with haste. Rend that dreadful doppel limb from them within 90 seconds. Not what? I'm sorry? A minute and a half? Okay. Sure. I'm sure that's going to work out. Block. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's some decorations that I can get or something? Greetings, traveler. What a delight it is to meet your acquaintance. I have a word. Might I have a word? I have something of a business proposal. What is a tire? I dare say you've some experience with journeys through the labyrinth. At the very least, you certainly look it. So I've struck upon an idea that I think you'll find to be to our mutual benefit. Aren't you an ancient soul-sucking ghost? I see that my considerable reputation doth precede me. My intentions in this matter are entirely honorable. You see, before my untimely and unseemly death, I was a merchant renowned throughout all the land. As of late, I've felt something of a longing for my former vocation. You strike me as a person with a certain taste for finery, and one of truly sophisticated fashion sense. And though I see great potential in both this house and your own attire, I must regretfully admit I currently find both to be somewhat drab affairs. I hold a great many items of interest among my wares, from fine garments to all manner of embellishments for your abode, and even some curiosities to make future forays into the labyrinth more pleasant. In return, all that I ask is that you bring me some delightful little gems called Motus crystals. Something fishy about all this. I do believe I shall earn your trust with time, my friend. The Motus crystals hold no real value. To me, they are naught but glittering trinkets with a particularly charming hue. My interest in them is entirely that of a collector, nothing more. Naturally, I cannot force your hand in this matter. Whether to participate in my little exchange is entirely up to you. But if you are of mind to fetch me some of these gems, you'll surely find it to be worth your while. How might I be of service? Okay, let's take a look at your shop, I guess. Block. A large array of block with 35, 39. What? There are definitely some gaps in those numbers, which is a bit concerning. Let's see if I could switch between menus from here so I don't have to like completely back up. Oh good, dropped frames, fantastic. Ah, boy oh boy, why does this keep happening? Give me a second. I'm gonna try to find a better server to connect to here. Alright, stream's gonna go down for a second. I will be right back. And just you and me now. YouTube, if I actually bother to post this to YouTube at some point. Switching servers. It's nothing special. Here's a secret word for you. Florentine. Does it mean anything? Probably not. Let's get back online. Or try to, anyway. There we go. Music stop. Hopefully that will be smoother. Also, it's weird that like the audio doesn't buffer, just the video. That's bizarre. I guess something with my encoding settings. I couldn't begin to guess what is different about mine than pretty much anyone else I know that streams. Let me also just bring up the stats so that I can actually see them. Okay. Hopefully that will be better. Anyway, there's a bunch of decorations here, clothes, palettes. What's accessories? Oh, okay. Actual like accessories That's cute, Pea Hat. Now, what about consumables? I don't know that I would want to consume a pillow. Please do not eat your pillows. They are not marshmallows. Reveal locations of all challenge area items for your next room. Interesting. And also, I can start with the Wind Blade, Sound Wave, or Magic Stream. Well, that costs 30 gems. I harbor the greatest of admiration for structures whose form closely follows their function. I dare say you hold some understanding of where this enchanting labyrinth's true purpose lies. I have no idea. Dear me, I'm truly so easily befuddled. I suspect we shall enjoy each other's company rather nicely. I myself have forged vast laws of this wonderful place to my preference. Yet even without my artistry, the labyrinth is by its very nature seems to be perplex and mislead those who find themselves here. Though I call myself the master of confusion, there are times when even I find myself puzzled by its mechanisms. Were it not for my ghostly powers, I might still find myself hopelessly lost from time to time. Didn't you make the labyrinth yourself? You've heard that, haven't you? Much as it pleases me to see the rumors I planted come into full bloom, I think perhaps I shall be honest with you. As a matter of fact, the labyrinth is not of my own making. Rather, I took it in its raw state and deliberately molded it according to my needs. You see it as a place forged of the thoughts and memories of those within it. So if one has the proper presence of mind, it is possible to deliberately shape it. So it is that each of the Yuurand, and indeed some humans as well, have regions that seem to be made especially for them. As for me, I've a vested interest in forging the labyrinth to be as utterly confounding as possible. If it isn't my favorite client, I have a rather simple request for you. Why, I ask for nothing more than for you to spend 500 Motus crystals on improving the house. I am positive you are planning on doing such anyway, but a little extra incentive never hurt anyone. Should you spend the requested funds, I shall bequeath you a brand new class of decorations to place upon the pedestals of this house. Okie dokie. Prior to my arrival here, I thought magical abilities, at least among the living, to be a rare occurrence. Clearly I was mistaken. Now I'm left wondering how their powers arose. I bet they're all radioactive superpowers. I am familiar with the fictional trope, but application in real life seems more likely to generate malignancy than magic. My own powers were granted to me by the River Leth. My siblings also claimed theirs from rivers of the underworld. Since that time, though, I've spent a great deal of thought on the matter. Why were we all able to claim magical power from the rivers when others weren't? Why separate rivers? My own earth powers complement my physical dexterity, or lack thereof, quite nicely. So it was fortune that led me to the river that granted those powers? Was it fortune? Or was the power chosen specifically because of me? Even after several years, it's a mystery to me. I mean, this is just rude. Managed to make a story of claiming magical powers from a river of hell boring. Magic seems mysterious at its core. Maybe we'll never understand. I disagree. Nothing in this world defies scientific explanation. We may lack the knowledge or tools for now, but in time we'll uncover all the secrets of the world. This world has so many phenomena to explain, and this is only one of many. I'd like to have an explanation for them all, but the more I learn, the more I fear it is too large that it is too large a task for one lifetime. Can I trouble you for a moment? part of a library within the Labyrinth, which holds all sorts of arcane knowledge. There's apparently a book written there about the Yuurand that I would like very much to get my hands on. Unfortunately, I've never been able to find the library. The Labyrinth shifts around me, keeping me from reaching it. Could you locate the book for me? It has a bright green cover and is apparently filed next to books on water magic. I'd be incredibly grateful if you could find it. Dewey Decimal Debacle. Nice. Oh, I see. So I can change... secondary block? I don't know what secondary block means. Okay. So I was able to change all of the walls. I don't have any other floors. Change the floor color. If I had any other music, I could change them there, but this music is pretty good. Alright, so that's where I go to change how the house looks. It looks like we have 4 friends currently. So, 4 quests actually. Well, 4 friends with quests, anyway. So find a book with a green cover filed next to 2 books on water magic in the library. Defeat the master at the end of a labyrinth run in under 90 seconds. Spend 500 Motus crystals in the shop. Call Emily to 5 floating fortresses or tall towers with EX3. We have a couple of hairstyles at the very least. No, we have a lot of hairstyles. We have all of the hairstyles. We only have 2 sets of clothes. We can change the color. Surprised. Angry. Contemplative. Furious. I didn't realize that this game would have those friggin' like character customization, signature. Or if signature is like, so right now we have a sword there. I don't know what Dusk Flare is. I mean, maybe at some point we can have a cool enemy scar, but right now that is not an option. We only have the nose bandage. Yeah, that changed my B attack. I have no idea what Dusk Flower is. I'm gonna go with a longbow. I like my ranged attacks. Oh, that is very long hair. That is dragging on the floor long. Can't use the bed. We can't consume the bed. That didn't change the achievement page. Alright. So after all of that, it is time to delve into the labyrinth. We have a normal run or a roguelike run, and I don't know what the difference is between the two, so let's start with a normal run and see where that takes us. We can also choose relaxed, normal, difficult, and sadistic. seeing as I've had trouble with normal in the past, I'm going to pick normal. We can change the seed. Wow, we have several options for game maps. So the game map from the original Yuurand expands upon them. Yeah, that is from living mode. That's Hitodama. That's Raycon. Solstice, a map that ties north-south to elevation. Find light and dark spells to ascend the lunar tower in this more relaxed and open labyrinth designed by Lunaria. Schrödinger, a map full of strange and exotic locations, average difficulty designed by Mush with help from Haven. Lifted, a map set on a dreamlike floating isle covered in ruins. This labyrinth should be a fairly relaxed difficulty designed by Mush with help from Russ. Fragmented, choice of labyrinths to construct a new labyrinth. It is recommended to gain familiarity with the base labyrinths before playing this mode. And custom seed, these seeds have had items and bosses manually placed for a curated experience. And we can even have, like, if we have, like, real tough times with bosses, I guess, we can disable bosses. We're not going to do that right now, though. Let's go with the Yuurand map, since we didn't actually see that one in Yuurand. I was like, oh crap, this is a completely different map, and backed out. Challenge areas, dungeons only, dungeons set 1 or 2, arenas only, set 1 or 2, all areas. I don't know what any of this means. Starting spell. Let's leave that to randomize. Story mode on. So character selection, pick from seed, pick randomly or pick manually. We can unmask it before going in, which might affect whether we decide to do that character or not. But I'm gonna leave it up to fate. So let's start our first run. Looks like we got Roan. What? Where am I? Whoever brought me here, show yourself! My, so quick to jump to conclusions. You appear to have transported me to the labyrinth. Sharp as ever, young Master Riviere. Who are you? Only the Western Yuurand have the power to draw people into the labyrinth. So which one are you? Do you really presume to know the inner workings of this place? To you, perhaps, I am merely a friend in need. Friends typically don't engage in kidnapping. I do have my reasons. I am in need of assistance, you see. And you may be the only one who can help me. Much like yourself, I am a victim of the Yuurand. In what sense? My story is not so different from that of your siblings. Ages ago, a powerful Yuurand drew me into her fold, hoping to use me as a pawn. But when I fought back, she sealed me away within the depths of the labyrinth. Might I conclude you want me to release that seal? I would be much indebted to you if you did. I know how you long for justice, understandably so, given your own past. So perhaps you could be so kind as to lend me your aid. And why should I trust you? Well, you have absolutely no reason to. But you also don't have any evidence to suggest I'm lying, do you? So why not do your own research? I think you'll find soon enough that I speak the truth. Besides, you do have reasons. Do I? What if I were to tell you that your siblings were here? I would say you're lying. Saint and Loire are dead. And why on earth should death be the end of things? I'm not about to sacrifice more lives to bring them back, if that's what you mean. Not at all. There is another way. I don't expect the Yuurand told you, seeing as they were trying so hard to manipulate you. But of course you don't trust me anyway, so elaborating now would do no good. I'll leave you to see for yourself. Alright, so I guess we're starting with Magic Stream. Which, considering that we don't have Holmes' power of restoring magic quickly, might be a problem. We'll see how this turns out. Alright, starting out well with our first coin, we have Conduit. We don't have Conduit. At least we don't have Conduit yet. It's a little kidnapping between pals, right? Hey Tyrion, how you doing? Unfortunately, you missed the part where I went through the entire house thing that is in this game, which I don't claim to completely understand yet. Fortunately, you missed the part where my connection was dying again. You have a key. First key of the game. Tyrion where? Tyrion in chat. I hate dealing with the friggin' sand crocodiles. Like, they are hard to attack without getting hit. Tyrion here, also Tyrion tired and somewhat distracted. Understandable. I think we're all tired and somewhat distracted in this modern world. Also, let me get this key and get out. It's not a water snake in here, so... Hey. And hydration has been achieved. Also, we're well beyond the 90 seconds it wanted me to actually beat a boss. So I don't really know how it wants me to beat a boss in 90 seconds. Oh good. Trap room with this pattern that I'm not going to be able to open up in a bit. Can I swim? Yes, I can swim. Get this life orb. Like, sometimes it decides that I can swim from the start, and sometimes it decides that I have to earn how to swim. Say, Noir? Big brother! What are you two doing here? Who could ask you that? Please don't tell me you did. Please don't tell me you didn't sacrifice another life to bring us back. No, I would never. Then why are we alive again? It would seem that whoever transported me back to the Labyrinth is responsible. Who's that? I don't know. He didn't give me his name. He simply asked for help and told me I'd find you two. He brought us back from the dead. Is he a Yuurand? I don't know. None of this makes sense. He doesn't fit the pattern at all. He said he was a victim of the Yuurand. He possesses powers that even they seem to lack. Do you trust him? No, not entirely at least, but surely he knows that. So why would he bring me here? Who cares? We're together again. Why question a good thing? But what about... We're not gonna solve anything standing here and guessing. Let's just find a way to get out of here first. I agree. I've seen enough of the Labyrinth for one lifetime. I mean, at this point, you've had probably multiple lifetimes. There definitely is something there, but I'm probably going to need more tools to figure out what that is. Ow. Right, okay. I mean, I need to be able to stop time for that, I guess. Speaking of stop time, there's the time stop. But how do I get to it? I also don't really know, like, in what ways that Yuurand is randomized. So we'll have to discover that as we go. A key. Take a key for coming in. That spear doesn't look too powerful, honestly. That. Okay. Ah. Alright, that takes us to here. Which allows us to go here. Aha! Understood. I needed to press a button before I could do anything there. How do I press that button? Okay, I see it. I see it. Gotta go into this room and around here. Ta-da! Let's just go to this way. Now that's interesting. Like, they put blocks up there, but they're just fake. Tricking us, I see. Also, there is the shadow power. I could just tank it. In fact, I think I will. Yep. Shadow Magnet. There was probably a more intended solution that allowed me to not take damage there, but it's fine. I'm back up to full health. Ooh. More goodies. Enhance. Yeah, spending, like, wasting no time giving me enhance. I am concerned. And zoom and enhance. I mean, technically if you hit enhance a second time, it does let you zoom around. Ooh, what's over here? The coin. Already up to 4. Things are coming up mill-aisles. Push the button. And now we'll be able to continue on that way. Ow. I definitely am going to need some element to get through that, but which one remains to be seen. I would really like to be able to get through here. Put the fire out, please. Thank you. Ooh, that is a way to potentially put the fire out, but how do we get there? Giving us so many goodies in this game. You know what? Tank it. Don't care. Ow. Wanted to see if I could like. Interesting. I'll at least try to keep that in mind. The 6th area. Still a silly name. It was a silly name before, and it remains, dare I say it, a silly name. Oh yeah, great place to put a coin. Man, this shot leading thing is not for me. Also, I am going to die any second. I am probably not going to die quite so quickly. Alright, see if there are any easy coins there, but doesn't look like it. Need fire. Probably enhanced fire. That looked pretty far out. Great place for a coin again. Oh, another one of these. Okay. What's your pattern? Actually, Magic Stream probably will help me out with this. I still kind of stumbled, but yeah, you do that perfectly, and you're never even in line of those shots to begin with. You're just completely safe. Oh, these. Okay. Yeah, these wavy shots aren't so bad if there's nothing else on the screen. Hey, there we go. That's the last of the flowers on the light brambles, which cleared all of them out for the zone. So this seems like a perfect time to just start dying everywhere. Oh good, the flowers do come back. Fantastic. Oh geez. Thanks for boxing me in there. Ah. I wonder what the real advantage is for clearing out the brambles, because like it doesn't seem to have given me access to like anything significant. Maybe if I had fire, I could just burn away the dark brambles. Maybe they're like dead and dry and desiccated. Ow. As I soon shall be. Ooh. That was a lucky health drop. Alright. There's nothing else that I can really do other than just go north here. Into the Techno Zone. The zone of untis. Now if I had the Flake Shield, I could open that up. Get the key, get out. Oh my goodness. Okay. Ah, man. So I'm guessing if we were in the so-called roguelike mode, I die and that's it. We're probably gonna do at least a couple of runs because, like, there are a few maps in here that are unique to Yuurand, so we'll figure out what there is to see. Well, I took much less damage with my running shoes on. Ah. I'm hoping that this is a kill room. Oh, thank goodness it is. Let me press the button. Push the button, Frank. Not really sure how you get through that, though, without taking a hit. I'm gonna guess that Yuurand is probably geared to, like, go pretty fast, so that we're not spending like 3 streams on one single run. You know what? I want that coin. Screw it. Tank it. Actually, there's like that little corner there. If I kill everything in here, this is not a kill. Okay. This really sucks without a way to deal with the masks. Okay. Fast ones are dead, the slow ones are dead, and this was never even a kill room to begin with. Oh, come on. Really? Let's save for good measure. We've made a fair amount of progress. Oh. Not really sure how to get through some of these. It's not a kill room, just sidestep everything. I'm not very good at aiming the spear. But to be fair, the spear is not very good at being aimed. Hey, Metal Blade. Alright. Down we go. I need water for that. I hate these friggin' snipers. Well, that is a kill room, but the item is on the other side. Hopefully I can actually get there. Now, what is this? Nightwave. Is it... Cool. Alright. I don't know if it's like a pure screen clear or if it's just do a lot of damage. It's definitely something, and it's definitely expensive. Okay. Got the key. I do want to try to exit to the west up there, because that seems to go into a different zone. Oh, that goes into the 6th area. Okay. Turns out with the metal blade, kind of makes quick work of that. Anyway, we should have access to everything in the 6th area now. And by everything, I mean all of the map, not necessarily all of the items. Coolio the Gardener. Yeah, let's see what's up here. I need a key. Where have I not been? Maybe to the south end of this zone? Ow. I wouldn't consider that I have a green thumb, because my skill of gardening resulted in everything being dead. I would like to not die right now. I am making all of the worst moves to not die. Coin. And there is a key in this room. There it is. I'm also no longer at the verge of death, which is good. That flower is stuck down there, which is also good. Sometimes if you run through an enemy while it's in the iframes, you can avoid taking damage, like contact damage. Doesn't always work out well. Alright, let's see what is this way. Yeah. I guess I need to get the... kind of breaking conventions here, because I think it actually wants me to get that from the Technos. Let's see if I can, because, like, I definitely can always use more life orbs. Oh, there's a coin. Yep, and there's the life orb. Wasn't intending to also get a coin out of it, but I'm not gonna say no. So that is 9 coins. Our next one should give us an upgrade. Now let us see what lies to the west. Legiathon. I apparently cannot switch the temperature gauge just yet. Or the thermostat, I guess, would be the better word for that. I do move slower on the ice, which I was expecting. Ah. Okay. Always check to see if a room is a kill room, because sometimes you get a coin out of it. For earth and water defense. Another warp zone. This is a kill room for a key. Which dropped right on my face. Still don't know how to switch the thermostat. So I don't have access to the boss yet. But I do have access to die. X-Men, welcome to die. X-Chicken. That was honestly so hilarious when we discovered that. Like, I honestly did not know that Magneto said X-Chicken. Well, speaking of death, here's death. Can't go this way. We do have a key. Okay. So we have an auto switcher here. It does take away from the mystique of the Fledgeathon, like knowing how it works, knowing that you go from hot mode to cold mode. Unfortunately, I don't have the light gun. So I can't play Duck Hunt, and I also can't get this key. Oh! The spear takes care of the mask. That is good to know. Also good to know that I'm looking at my drop frames and it says 0. Which means I'm dropping frames only for 0. Oh, this looks exciting. Okay, so clearing this room has allowed me access to the thermostat. This might be a problem, though. And why does it let me go over here if I can't? Game, what are you doing? Okay, well anyway, the important thing is I do have proper access now to, oh, fuck off. I knocked that into me. I have access to the thermostat, so I can change the temperature anytime, as long as I can reach one of these. I'm a thermostat. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. And here is my handle. And here is my spout. And I can change my handle and my spout and stretch that way too. Ugh. I mean, you didn't see it, but I did do the motions and then use that for stretching. Also, hydration has been achieved. Alright. Not here. And that just takes me back to this room. I'm glad that I discovered the real utility of the spear. Okay, then I can take this path. Okay, before I fight the boss, I'm going to use the warp to warp myself back to this room and set my respawn point. What was that? You saw that, right? I think we're going to discover what those colors around the thing are. Anyway, time to fight Kylan. Why is it playing a chiptune version of fucking Uncontrollable? As a Xenoblade Cross player, I am terrified. Man, I love fighting dangerous monsters to the tune of a song about domestic abuse. Oh, I'm out of magic. Not really domestic abuse, more like a relationship that is clearly dying. Those two things are very different. go. I don't remember all the lyrics to this song, but they're very English. Gonna be our hardest time. And Kylan's dead. Master's HP decreased. The Master's HP decreased. So that implies to me that you don't even need to fight these bosses. If you know where to go to get to the Master, you can just go directly to the Master and... well, that's how you get the 90-second achievement. I still would really like to know what that flashing was. You gotta pull a Breath of the Wild and you can just go directly to the final boss as soon as you find... Yeah, I'm guessing that is what it is. With, of course, the trick being, you still need to know where the boss is. Also, I keep pressing the wrong button. The spear is on B, it's not on L or R. Cool. Quickly check for any... Actually, we already got an item here, so we're not going to get anything else. I love knocking enemies directly into myself. I guess that's the drawback of using the spear. Also, like, because I believe there's a coin that spawns at the top left, but like, how do I get it? Oh, there isn't? How do you get there? I don't know, maybe there's some, like, secret passages or something. Don't know. I think for now the best move is just to leave the Fledgeathon. If I possibly can find a way out. I do want to try to leave to the west if that is indeed possible, because I think that would lead to another area. And I can tank a couple of hits. I would rather not if I don't have to. Okay, got a coin there. And it kind of looks like there's an exit this way. Oh, okay. It's an exit that I can get into. Which takes me to Hikari Jari directly into a key. Let's take the portal, why not? These fucking snipers, I just cannot. I mean, that takes care of that one, but, Alright, let's see if this is a kill room. Out of magic. Yeah, the magic region in this one is kind of a pain. I'm sure there's a way to get through this, and I'm sure it involves Metal Blade, but I don't really know what it's wanting of me right now. What happens if I kill you? Lights come back on. Ow, 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 ow. It hurts. I'm sure I'm gonna die trying to get this key. But I got the key. Don't care. Got key. We're up to 6 deaths as compared to, the friggin' 119 we had in Raycon. So that made the item sound. Which is concerning. Don't know where the item is. Oh, jeez. And here we are back in Venture Mortis. Okay, so that opens that up. And our tutorial, every game has to have the same old tutorial for leeches. Oh, right. Also, Death Water. Okay. I found the coin. I'm good. Leaving. That was not a very good attack, and then I died. I was hoping that would be a little better than that. This mask can go away. There we go. Aha. Aha. Okay. Does that do any damage? Well, I mostly got through. I would really like those wings. And I'm dead. I'm not really sure how to solve that room, I'm gonna be real. One of the few rooms where the water snakes actually do count. Somehow didn't die there. That witch enemy dropped a bit of health just before I died. Damn it. I miscalculated how long that laser was going to be up and ran right through it. Also interesting, the time stop does not affect the leeches. I don't know if that's an intended mechanic or not, but that's definitely how it works. Thank you for the health. Leeches transcend space and time. I'll take your word for it, I guess. Damn it. Okay, Venture Mortis might be a little above my pay grade at the moment. I would really like to know what the deal is with that flashing. Let's head back to the Caverns of Zooks. Into the playroom. See, when it's just two of those things, it's a lot easier. Kind of would like to be able to get into that. Might not be able to get over there from here. We'll be able to get that key. He's always important. Okay. Did manage to get the coin as well. However, I didn't realize that I was going to need to actually use the key in order to move forward, so back I go. Good enough this plays by those foam carpet things. Well, it is, after all, the playroom. You gotta have a fun and safe time in the playroom. These bats, they're totally safe. They're hurting me safely. And here we have the sandbox. That's gonna be a fun and safe time as well. See, full of sand crocodiles. They're friendly, they pop up and say hello. Stairway. Okay. My earth defense, I can not get hit by these earth spirits. Can't get that key though. I would really like to get that key. Because I need to use it on that lock. Well, I need to get to one of those things. I might not be able to get to it right now. Oh. But I do still need the key in order to get through that. There's only one key that I've seen, and I need to be able to go underground to get it. But I need the key in order to be able to go underground and go anywhere else. Logical fallacy detected. It's fine. My head was built with paradox absorbing crumple zones. I'm mixing references at this point. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I said what? I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to, Jewel, but I'm pretty sure I didn't say that word. That's not even how to spell it. Fallacy. Well, I'll forgive you, Jewel, because English isn't your first language. Well, that was not how to approach that situation. Maybe I should have used my spear. You know, the one that goes the entire length of the screen, and I don't need to actually approach. Oh, now I get the health drop. Unfortunately, I can do nothing here. So now I gotta do this risky maneuver again. I did it twice for nothing. Not sure how I was supposed to get through that fast enough, but okay. That takes us to 17 coins. 3 more to a power. And I don't know what's in the middle of this here, but it looks like it. This is not a kill room. And so I don't think there's anything that I can really do here right now. So that's about all I can discover this way. I guess there's still a lot of that. I forget what was the zone between the Fledgethan and Ventimortis. But there still seems to be a lot of it left to discover. So I'm gonna go do that. Yeah, Hikari Deri. Okay. Cool. Okay, so I am immune to these guys' shot attacks, provided that I face them directly. There's a coin. Okay. I'm guessing what it wanted me to do was differentiate, like, which ones changed color when the lights went out. And those are the trap ones. Fuck off. Okay, so we have a couple of keys. We can do this and fight Zaya. Maybe I don't want to do that right now. But now that... Okay, well, if I had enough magic... If I had $1 million... First of all, let's get rid of these assholes. Okay. Enhance. There we go. Oh geez. Hi. You're getting excited. That's cool what you're doing. What? It just bounced me straight out of the fight. Okay. I guess, Joel. The dreaded get the fuck out spell. Just tank it, don't care. Get leveled up, light defense. What's over here? Sky? So we reach the sky, I guess? Oh, that's what we're doing. Okay. That's also what we're doing. Okay. Uh-huh. Was I just supposed to swim for it? Okay, but it would be cool if I could get back on, though. Holy crap. It'd also be great if I, didn't die all the time. Okay, I was able to get back on there. Not sure. Maybe that was the intended solution. It didn't feel good, is the thing. No kill room. What is that flashing? Nice. Bridge. Bridgey bridge. Also an ability behind that wall that I can't read. But I'm gonna pick it up, find out. Oh, it's the light arrow. Okay. We have already needed that at a couple of places. Right, I can't shoot coins to collect them. And then I don't need to deal with the underground. What is this? Okay, that's rude. What's also rude is the fact that I don't have a key to open this one. I am almost certain this is from Xenoblade. Probably the first one. In the back of my head, I want to think it's from the expansion to the second one, but I don't remember. But like this song is just big Xenoblade vibes. Yeah, it would be great if I could get the float. Actually, given the time, might be a good time for all of you to take a bit of a stretch and hydrate. So y'all can take a moment, get something to drink, go to the bathroom if you need to, stretch your arms, stretch your legs, stretch your teeth, and in about 10 to 15 minutes, we will continue on this lol so random journey. So, I'll see you in a bit.